You've probably heard people say that if your GPA isn't high enough, you should forget about top law schools. But the truth is, your GPA alone doesn't define your chances. The LSAT is your secret weapon. Law schools care about GPAs, but they care far more about your LSAT score. And so, if you've got a low GPA, your strategy is simple: dominate the LSAT. Today, I'm going to share with you a clear roadmap to do exactly that, including how to maximize your LSAT score and to turn a low GPA into a success story. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally raised my own LSAT score from a 152 to 175. And over the years, I've helped thousands of students achieve similar transformations. Many of them came to me worried that their GPA wasn't good enough. But I've seen firsthand how a stellar LSAT score can override GPAs and even land you scholarship money. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that happen. Law schools rely on your LSAT score for one big reason. It's a standardized metric. Unlike your GPA, which will vary by your school, your major, and grading policies, the LSAT puts everyone on the same playing field. That's why a high LSAT score can outweigh a lower GPA. Schools want students who can boost their LSAT medians because it directly impacts their standing in the US News rankings, and that gives you leverage. LSAT scores are actually weighted more heavily than GPAs in US News and other ranking systems. And so if your LSAT is above their median, it can help offset a lower GPA that's below the median. And of course, your LSAT score shows reasoning skills, which are the same skills you'll actually be using in law school itself. Now, remember, because your LSAT score is the single most important part of your application, especially if your GPA is low, that's where you've got to put in the work. And the payoff can be massive. What you want to do is set a specific target goal score. First step there is researching your dream school's LSAT median, and then you want to beat that by at least 3 to 5 points. You then want to train for the LSAT like an athlete. You're taking full practice tests, reviewing every single mistake you make, and then focus on improving your weak areas. And remember that law schools only care about the highest score that you have on record, and so if you don't hit your goal, you can retake totally fine. Law schools won't care about a lower score if you can follow it up with a much higher score, and actually vice versa. And so for this reason, I recommend that everyone retake the LSAT because there's no downside. Now, I once worked with a student who had a 3.0 GPA and was told by her prelaw advisor that she had no shot at a T14 law school. She took the LSAT 3 times and ultimately got a 173. That score changed everything for her. She not only got into her top choice school, but also got significant scholarship money. That's the power of the LSAT. Now, to help you get started on your LSAT journey, I've put together a free, easy LSAT cheat sheet packed with strategies on timing, logic, and study techniques. It's designed to help you focus on what matters most and avoid common pitfalls in your prep. You can grab your copy using the link below this video. It's totally free, and it's a great first step toward getting your dream LSAT score. Now, your GPA might not change. It might be too late for the GPA, but how you present it can make a huge difference. Admissions officers aren't just looking at the raw number, they're also looking for context. Maybe your GPA suffered during a tough semester, or maybe you bounced back and were able to show an upward trend. These details matter, and that's where a law school application addendum comes in. But you want to keep it brief, just 1 or 2 paragraphs max. Don't over-explain, and stick to the facts. Focus on external challenges like illness, family responsibilities, or having to work full-time while in school. And try to end on a positive note. Highlight any upward trends or any achievements that show your growth. For example, you might say something like, during my sophomore year, I faced significant family obligations that impacted my grades. However, once those responsibilities eased, I was able to achieve a 3.8 GPA over my final 4 semesters, demonstrating my ability to excel academically. Now, if your GPA is low, applying to a broad range of schools is critical. Don't limit yourself to a narrow list. The more schools you apply to, the more options you'll have. You also want to be strategic about your timing. Of course, it's great to apply early if you can, but don't sacrifice a higher LSAT score just to submit sooner. It's better to apply later with a higher score than earlier with a lower score. Focus on what you can control, like your LSAT score, like your essays, and your ability to be persistent. You can turn a low GPA into a powerful success story. And if you'd like my help on your LSAT journey, you could grab my free easy LSAT cheat sheet linked below to get started. And of course, you can book a call with me, my team, if you'd like more personalized support. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.